I'm Janice from Venvino. I am here to talk about our August DIY craft box. So, it's very exciting. This is the first time we've done it. We are sending out a paper quilling mandala project. So in your kit, what you will get is you will get the frame, you will get a pack of quilling strips, you will get a quilling tool, you will get glue, no wrinkle glue. We will also be sending this little quilling guide so you can see your coil sizes. And then you'll get an 8x10 piece of paper that will have a tiny dot right in the center. That's to show you where the middle of your paper is so that you can line up your mandala. What you won't get, but you'll probably need, is a pair of scissors. So make sure to grab those before you get started. So quilling seems very intimidating, but it's really not that hard. I'm going to show you some techniques, and then the idea is that you can create your own design. You don't have to do the same design that I did here. You can do it in any color formation, any type of design you want. So I'm going to show you how to make several different shapes, and then you can kind of decide how you want to do it. The other tip to that too is kind of mapping out on your paper how you want to do it. So you can turn your paper over even and just kind of sketch lightly with paper or with pencil and go from there. Okay, so your quilling tool here, there's two sides to it. So this top side has a little slit in the top of it, and then the other side is just a pointed edge. You want to be careful, it's pretty sharp. I've poked myself many of times. The side that has the little slit in it, you're going to actually take your one piece of your paper and you're going to put it right in the middle of that slit there. Okay. And then you're going to start to turn it and roll your paper. Okay, you want it to be somewhat tight, but not too tight that you can't take it off of your tool. And at first, you know, you'll want to go slow and try to get it as even as you can on the paper. If it starts to get off a little bit, that's fine. You can fix it in the end. Once you kind of get to doing it a few times, you'll get a little quicker. So we're just going to roll this up. And what we're creating right now is called a tight coil. Okay, and then to take it off, you want to be careful not to just pull because it'll stay in the middle. So what I do is I kind of put my thumb underneath here and I push at the same time as I pull. Okay, so right now we've got a tight coil here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just glue that so you can see what a tight coil looks like. So to do that, you've got two ends of your glue stick here. And so if you take off the top end, you have this tip here. And it's a little hard to squeeze at first, but if you squeeze it, you'll get a tiny bit of glue out, and then you just put a little bit on there. It does not take a lot of glue. And then you just hold it down for like 5 seconds, and enough to let it stick and dry. Okay? So there we have a tight coil. Okay? Then let's do another. And almost everything is going to start out like a tight coil in this project. We might have one later that kind of goes into some more design, but this one will just be pretty simple coils that you can do. If you've never done it before, this is a great opportunity to try it. This is a fairly easy project to do once you get the hang of it. Okay, now that I have this tight coil, I want to make a loose coil, and I want to make sure, because if you notice, all of the pieces in here are about the same size. So you want to try and do that as much as possible. Even if it's a little off, it's not going to make that big of a difference, but that's what this is provided for. So essentially what you're going to do is you're going to hold it on there and just let it go until it fits that size. Okay, and then we're going to glue. So we've got now a loose coil. Okay, so now we have a loose coil. Now, here is something really neat. Almost every design you make comes out of a loose coil. So for instance, if I wanted to make this into a teardrop shape, I'm gonna make the top of my teardrop be where I've glued, that way you can hardly see it. So basically what you're gonna do is you're going to pull this center of your coil, pull it down, okay, and then squeeze the top. Okay, so now you have a teardrop shape. So you can make a bunch of those and put them, you know, in your mandala. Now, if I wanted to make an eye shape, I would take that teardrop and I would pull it over to the side and make another, and squeeze on the other side. And now we have an eye shape. If I want to make a triangle, same deal. We're going to flatten it out on the bottom though, and we're going to pull up on the top and squeeze. And it's not a very exciting triangle, but you get the idea. Oh, a diamond. So in that essence, we'll do it on the other side too. Right? You could do a diamond. You can do a square. All kinds of shapes. And on your instruction sheet that comes in your box, there'll be a template of all kinds of different shapes that you can make. And so then once you've, and the key is to start in the center with a shape, and usually I start with a circle because it, either tight or loose, it doesn't matter, but that way you can kind of build off of that. And what I would do is I would make all of the shapes that you want to go in that next layer first before you glue them down. That way you know that they all fit appropriately before you get them glued onto your paper. So you're gonna glue your tight coil down onto the paper here, right onto the circle, or your loose coil, whichever one you want. And then from there, you just keep going around and around until you have a nice mandala you like. And the other end of your glue as well has kind of a different tip. So you can use that to glue it onto your paper, or what I prefer to do is make a little pile of glue somewhere on a piece of paper or something, and then kind of dip my my coils in there and then stick it to the paper. It seems to work a little easier for me. And then at the very end, what I've done to mine, and you don't have to do this to yours, is I've taken, see if you can see this, a couple of strips and just wrapped it around the whole thing. It kind of gives it a finished look. You can just open up your frame and frame it. It's a beautiful piece. It's nice to give for a gift or keep for yourself. That's it. It's pretty simple to do. Of course, we are always here at the studio to help you if you have any questions or need guidance. Book a table and come on in and we'll help you with that. It was nice crafting with you guys today. We'll see you soon. Bye.